Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here and welcome to day 12 of the WWE World Grand Prix. Join us for the 6th round of fixtures in Block B, where we have, a good bit of competition heating up between the likes of John Cena, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, just to name a few, in contention to win this block and therefore give them a chance to win the tournament as a whole. So it'll be interesting to see how they all got on in their matchups today, as John Cena takes on Randy Orton, Seth Rollins takes on Rusev, and Dean Ambrose faces Apollo Crews. So 14 segments today, we'll jump right into it, and we'll see how the show goes. So it is day 12, 7 to go, of the WWE World Grand Prix. So sold out 50,000 at the Rice Eccles Stadium. Ideal, good to see. We start the show with obviously a long-term feud back in the day between Orton and Cena. So why not have them, talk about that and basically heat up how big and how important this matchup is. So A-Star 100 here, it gets to show off to a strong start, it makes the crowd hotter, and John Cena came out of this looking excellent, as did Randy Orton. So that's good to see. Good start to the show. Opening contest is about to had some great wrestling and good heat, and we saw Big E defeat Luke Harper in 15:21 when Luke Harper was disqualified when Braun Strowman ran in and attacked Big E. So the Wyatt family just showing their dominance. Big E takes the 2 points in this B83 rated match. Harper was slowed down by his injury, but it got the crowd hotter. Big E with an 86 and Luke Harper with an 85. So a good performance there, happy with that. No skill improvements in this instance. Just the negatives for Harper being injured and for two heels. Next up, in a superb match, AJ Styles defeated Kevin Owens in 18:49 by pinfall via a roll-up. Obviously, Kevin Owens is far more over than AJ Styles, so I felt like, we'll give AJ a surprise win here. Another B83, KO with a 94 rated performance to AJ Styles' 83. There were no skill improvements in this instance, and negatives again for AJ Styles' declining physical ability and both of them working as heels. Next up, we had a decent matchup that saw Chris Jericho defeat Derek Carter in 10:02 with the Walls of Jericho. A C plus 71, Jericho with a 62, Carter with a 71. Just giving two others an opportunity on an event like this. No skill improvements to speak of overall. A few negatives there, but a good win nonetheless for Chris Jericho. Drink it in, man. The gift of Jericho. Next up, we've got Apollo Crews hyping his matchup with Dean Ambrose. Disappointingly, only a B-76. Apollo has been known for good promos in this game, and that's probably one of his weaker ones. But again, a problem where it's two babyfaces facing off in this match. And it only gets a B81, but it was an exceptional matchup that saw Apollo Crews defeat Dean Ambrose in 18:18, again with a roll-up, because it was an unexpected victory. B81 is okay, considering the few things that have made it like that, both being babyface, no storyline behind it, and we had to protect Dean Ambrose as well. But overall, pretty happy that, if this had all these things linked to it, like we had the storyline in that, I think we would be sitting maybe in an A-Star matchup if it was heel versus face and they were properly feuding. Overall, Ambrose 95, Crews with 90. Apollo Crews improving his performance skills is always a bonus as well. If you look at the negatives, you'll see there, the odd heel-face combination and the booking decisions, which you'll see here, we had to keep Dean Ambrose looking strong. But I tried to make it as open as possible to hopefully, make Apollo come out of it looking excellent. Next up, in another matchup that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Seth Rollins defeated Rusev in 17:59 via the Phoenix Splash. A B80 here. No storyline going between them, which is disappointing it got this kind of rating because it is a face against a heel. Seth got a 94 to Rusev's 78. No skill improvements, but a good 2 points for Seth Rollins. Negatives here, mostly for Rusev, and of course the storyline. A good 2 points for Seth, as I said earlier, and I feel like, he's one of the front runners to make it to the final. Next up, we've just got a promo with The Miz. He is in intergender tag team action, as he'll team up with the Boss Sasha Banks to take on Bayley and Shinsuke Nakamura. So his promo against Shinsuke gets a B plus 89, and the Miz came across well. He's certainly been doing some good stuff recently. And the matchup itself was okay. Hopefully it was more so to benefit the women, to try and help them a bit over in this year. And it was about, they had some good wrestling, and it had a decent reaction from the crowd as the Miz and Sasha Banks defeated Bayley and Shinsuke Nakamura in 1742, when the Miz defeated Shinsuke Nakamura by pinfall with a skull-crushing finale. So a B-76, not amazing. 93 performances though from both Nakamura and the Miz, a 76 for Bayley, a 69 for Sasha Banks, and the Raw Hugger versus Boss storyline advances here. No skill improvements, but again it has Bayley questioning, can she ever defeat the Boss for the Raw WWE Women's Championship? Next up, CM Punk is hyping his promo, just really saying he's going to win the championship at Survivor Series. He's going to take the title for Roman Reigns, and that he is going to win this tournament as well. So that's an A91. Continues the storyline there, which leads us to a solid 8-man tag, which delivers really well. The good thing is we gave a couple of guys we wouldn't normally give an opportunity, and they've certainly taken it here. So in about, they had some great wrestling and good heat. The team of Roman Reigns, Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler and Kenny Omega defeated Apollo Crews, who for some reason have put in 2 matches, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn and Ricochet, in 1833 when Roman Reigns defeated Ricochet by pinfall. A93, fantastic, and 68 for Ricochet, and 96 for Sami Zayn, 94 for Apollo and Finn Balor, 64 for Kenny Omega, 82 for Ziggler, and 96 rated performances for Cesaro and Roman Reigns. But a very good co-main there, a very high rating, a good spotlight for 2 of our cruiserweights as well. Ricochet improving both rumble and technical skills is good there. A few negatives as to be expected, but pretty annoyed at myself that Apollo Crews had to fight twice in one night, but seems to have delivered on both occasions. And of course, Randy Orton then hyping up his matchup. You'll have a couple of words to say of Finn Balor, because obviously they've been feuding. And that's the B plus 88, continuing their storyline. And we finished the show pretty decently there. I was kind of worried because there wasn't going to be a proper storyline, but about, they had superb wrestling and great heat. John Cena defeats Randy Orton in 1923 by pinfall via the Attitude Adjustment after a distraction from Finn Balor. B plus 87. Cena and Orton are obviously going to have good chemistry. Cena comes in with a 91, Orton comes in with a 93. It continues the storyline between Orton and Balor because of the distraction. No skill improvements to speak of in this instance. Quite a few negatives there, mostly to do with the storylines. Penalised for being 19 minutes, but if you go any further you could get more issues with Cena's stamina and declining physical ability. So we end the show with Finn Balor's obviously down there, John Cena and him are celebrating that Cena's won, and then Randy Orton, followed by the Wyatt families, Luke Harper, Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin, just decide and decide to beat them down to the mat. This scores an A-star 96, so a good rating for the likes of Strowman, Harper and Corbin. Cena was obviously fantastic. Braun Strowman still not coming out of it looking good, but it continues 2 storylines. No skill improvements to speak of in this instance, and just low morale in the terms of Braun Strowman, so we need to sort that. But overall, A-star, it's an A90, sorry, still a good rating, nothing I would say spectacular, but I'll certainly take that, and I think we'll give a good rating we'll give Braun, we'll just say complimenting a good performance alongside Ricochet and Kenny Omega, who obviously had matchups as well. So Cena and Seth continuing to do well. A little bit of a falter there from Dean Ambrose, but it certainly looks like it's going to be one of those 3 who makes the final. So Braun was pleased, Ricochet was pleased, Kenny Omega seemed pleased, and yeah, quite happy with that as we head into the 2nd week of November now, and I still have 7 shows to book, which will be 3 in the 2nd week of November, 3 in the 3rd week of November, and the final will be on the Wednesday of the 4th week. Is that right? I've done 12. Yep, 19 shows. Yep, that's right. Yep. Get my calculations wrong there. So, judging here, nothing that directly affects us apart from Wild at the weekend from our women's wrestlers, but they're continuing to improve. The show get fantastic reviews and it also scored 34 million views, a 45.35. I've also discovered the reason why some shows had lesser ratings. I accidentally didn't select every network because I've realised some contracts have 10 shows left, some had 9 when I was booking a previous show. So obviously sometimes it's just been a rookie mistake from me. But anyway, Naito has returned to the company. We are in discussions with Ring of Honor's Jay Briscoe, so we'll see what happens there. Apparently they are loyal to Ring of Honor, so I can't get them in written deals, so I may just look to edit that, because I do want to use the Briscoes and bring them in permanently. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, I suppose. It's not as if we're short of wrestlers. A good rating on TV there. 4,000 for our drug testing. CM Punk doesn't like Ricochet. He says you should write the kid off. And John Cena, conflicting opinion, says give the kid promo time and the crowds will respond. So we'll keep Ricochet. Plan is to, of course, push him. He's still young enough to get over to a good level. And yeah, that is 6 rounds of fixtures completed by both Block A and Block B. Both sets of 3 fixtures to go, and then, of course, a grand final. So say that will take us 7 shows. On the grand final, we'll probably just have like I don't want to say too similar to a pay-per-view because obviously Survivor Series is shortly afterwards. But we'll have a lot of like 5-on-5s and stuff like that, Survivor Series, just to kind of reflect on old times when it used to be like that. But apart from that, yeah, we will have the newly updated leaderboards or league standings in the description of the next video. And yeah, I'm hoping you're enjoying it, guys. We're getting there. And I know it's a lot of videos in a short space of time, but it's something I wanted to try. And yeah, it's been fun. So until next time, thanks as always for watching, guys. It's deeply appreciated. As always, you can leave any comments, you can leave likes, you can subscribe, all that good stuff. Links will be down below for how you can also, if you're looking to start doing TW, best places to advertise, and best places where the kind of community is as well, so you can meet other YouTubers and other just bloggers, etc., etc. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you hopefully for Grand Prix Day 13. Bye bye.